This was a story of the evolution of new kind of particles which exhibiting the tremendous enormous effect on the natural living environment, and this is observed in those elements which possess some different behaviors other than all natural elements. They are generating some kind of radiation by leaving or decaying or by destroying some mass from an actual situation, which comes to the fact that such type of elements should be characterized by a special kind of name for exhibiting such special type of phenomena called the radioactive elements. Which means that they are always active like a radio, without taking any of break or some kind of interval for taking lunch, and this doesn't means if someone in the radio station shut down the radio systems after completing a period of day for going to sleep at night, this doesn't happen same with those radioactive elements, because they doesn't sleep until the whole mass gets released by the emitting the radiation outside the atmosphere from it. So that is the fact which involves the new kind of particles besides electron, proton and neutron which was found in the nuclear reactions inside the atom. Now let's talk about some radioactivity in such type of elements. Radioactivity is a type of process, or better we can say that this was a simultaneous process, which occurred in the reactions inside the atom, and due to this reactions inside the atom there was a generation of some new kinds of field or the radiation which was coming outside in the atmosphere. Basically these are of the three types, namely, the alpha radiation, the beta radiation and the gamma radiation. Also, as we know that in the periodic table there were given the names of all the radioactive elements that yet known, and in those, the popular name in this categories are the uranium, plutonium, polonium, and the radium. In such elements the process of coming radiation outside from an atom to the atmosphere is done by decaying or destroying some mass from these elements. Sounds crazy. You can say here that how this can be happen, if I choose an unknown material but I know the mass and kept it in some box and see it after a long period of time, maybe 2 years, then you'll say that, I doesn't observe any kind of change in the material even I have checked its weight too. To answer such a thing, first, to know whether the chosen material possess some changes or not, that depends on the radioactive process, that is the emitting radiation process, and in the times of 20th century there were already discovered a new kind of machine which counts the reading of the radioactive processes. So by this you can check if the material is radioactive or not. And this phenomenon of radioactivity also takes a large gaps or steps of time to complete the whole process, not only the 2 years, it may takes a 5,000 years of 20 steps, or it may takes a time of thousands or a millions of years for several steps, which means that after completing the process, there were no mass available for taking the next step and all the mass is being converted in the radiation. But how can we analyze the measurements associated with this process, that is, to know whether how much mass are decreased or what fractions or percentages are left from the starting, or to know that how much radiations are came out from the material, that is the amount of energy came out. So there was a little mathematical story to govern this fact. Therefore in the next upload I will take this into an account, and also in the next video I am going to tell you that with the help of radioactivity how we can find some remarkable unknown facts about nature, that is the discussion on the long times that occurs in a radioactive process and finding the ages of different materials, especially the age of Earth, and the last thing is about my explanations. My explanations are only based on my own studies in the area of theoretical physics and on the Feynman's lecture on physics. And if you like this stuff then share it among all the persons who have curiosity in the natural consequences. Subscribe it. And in the worldwide popularity of radioactivity there were also a movie, that has already been released. You can watch it on the internet or you can also download this movie in both languages, Hindi and English. Subscribe my channel for watching upcoming initiative series which is based on the revolutionary laws and the great principles of natures in a public way.